Focus goes with alertness. You can't be focused if you're not alert. This is prerequisite. So you need to be alert and you need to be focused in order to pay attention to the information that you're trying to learn. In fact, it is the process of being focused and attending that cues your nervous system that something is important, that something's different about whatever sensory experience you happen to be having when you're focused and attending, whether or not it's the information you're hearing.
I am now in front of my books, my laptop, and I have taken my breakfast. And right after my breakfast, I have prepared my lunch, only to save myself from getting distracted during my study session. Once I feel hungry, I put down everything in my hands and I go to prepare something to eat. I prepare my lunch and I put it aside. That's tip number one. Prepare your meals before starting your study session. Water is one of my desk essentials before studying. A good, healthy posture, preparing the materials I will be studying with. Bismillah, I set my Pomodoro timer, and this is step number 2, Pomodoro technique. I first came across the Pomodoro technique when I was trying to find a better way to maintain my focus for a long time. I would sit down with the intention of working for hours, but after just 20 minutes, I would find myself getting distracted. Pomodoro technique allowed me to overcome this. I set a timer for 25 minutes, and during that time, I focus completely on my studies. Once time is up, I take 5 minutes break. I drink water, I walk around my room, or simply, and most of the time, I just check my phone. Pomodoro helps me stay on track since it gives me short breaks to refresh my mind and not to quickly fall into a burnout that I used to feel when I study for long periods without breaks. First times trying to work with Pomodoro, I wasn't perfect or punctual since I take my break sometimes before break time. Sometimes I continue working during the break and I miss the whole strategy. But day after day, I started to enjoy Pomodoro. After 3 hours of studying, I think I need a long break. It's already noon and I have prayed Dhuhr. And this is the tip number 3, praying at time. Prayers help me organize my time throughout the day. The day starts with the Fajr. Dhuhr marks the break time to pray, take lunch, maybe to take a nap. And after Asr, I resume my work. Then Al-Maghrib, if I'm not stressed by any exams or assignment, I just stop studying to do other things, maybe enjoying a podcast or a movie or a book, cooking something, or whatever. And then I prepare myself to sleep right after the Isha. This is how an ideal day looks like for me. Do I stick to that? No, because I'm not perfect. I have messy days in my life. But the point is to improve slowly, not all at once. And back to work, keeping myself hydrated. Let's do it. When I face a complex topic or a very hard to understand part of a particular subject, I feel stuck and unable to progress to the point that sometimes I give up on the whole study session and I keep procrastinating that subject just because of one point that paralyzed me literally. Now, what I do to overcome that, I don't even allow myself to quit. I try to find so many other resources on the internet that explain that exact topic on YouTube videos, some resources from other universities around the world, and my every time savior when I need a quick help is Chat GPT. Just ask the right question with the right optimized prompt, and you will have an explanation that you never had in the lecture. This step allows me to never skip any non grasped notion. I even understand some other extra information that allows me to fully master the whole topic.
It's very clear that the first night after learning, you want to get the best sleep possible. So if your learning bouts, your studying is going late into the night and you're drinking a lot of caffeine, be mindful that the sleep that you get after drinking that caffeine late into the day, the all-nighters that you're pulling, those are not serving your learning well. So you need to structure your life as a student of any kind so that you can get focus and attention to what it is you want to learn, and you can get sleep to the
I
best.
am now at my university. I will be studying at the library because I think this will help me refresh my focus. And yeah, let's start our study sessions.
If you look across the total body of research on how best to study and learn, it involves doing exactly what we just did, which is to periodically stop and test yourself on the material that you learned. Testing is not just a way of evaluating what knowledge you've acquired and which knowledge you have not managed to acquire. It also turns out to be the best tool for offsetting forgetting of any kind. So going back to this idea that the best students set aside time, they designate time to study alone without distractions, that is sure to help them anchor their focus and attention. They know that they're going to need to use their focus and attention during that time. And we know with absolute certainty that focus and attention are a limited but renewable resource in the human brain.
One of the tips that helped me become less stressed while studying and more motivated to learn and research and nourish my curiosity is to remind yourself that you are not studying for the exam. You are studying a particular major to excel and be as knowledgeable as you can about every detail. The exam is simply a mean to test how far you have mastered the topic. And believe me, if you study to build a good career, you will pass the exams with so much confidence. Since you have done so much extra research, you have mastered the subject, and because you are looking at the big picture, not only exams period. Keep learning.